قلت فأخبرني عن مخرجه كيف يصنع فيه. I asked, then inform me about his time out of the house. What would he do then? This means Sayyidina Hussein radiyallahu anhu asked his father Sayyidina Ali karramallahu wajhahu that what did he do outside the house? قال كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يخزن لسانه إلا مما يعنيهم ويؤلفهم ولا يفرقهم ويكرم كريم كل قوم ويوليه عليهم ويحذر الناس ويحترس منهم من غير أن يطوي عن أحد بشره وخلقه. Sayyidina Ali karramallahu wajhahu replied, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam reserved his tongue, meaning controlled it, except from that which concerned the people, meaning he would avoid layani and fuzul talk. He would pull people together, meaning he would bring their hearts close to one another. وَلَا يُفَرِّقُهُمْ, and he would not disperse them, meaning he would not create any discord among them. وَيُكْرِمُ كَرِيمَ كُلِّ قَوْمٍ, and he would honor the noble person of every community. وَيُوَلِّيهِ عَلَيْهِمْ, he would appoint him as a leader over them. وَيُحَذِّرُ النَّاسَ, he would teach people to be careful. وَيَحْتَرِسُ مِنْهُمْ, and he himself would be cautious with them. مِنْ غَيْرِ أَنْ يَطْوِيَ عَنْ أَحَدٍ بِشْرَهُ وَخُلُقَهُ, without withdrawing his jolliness or good character from anyone. وَيَتَفَقَّدُ أَصْحَابَهُ, he would inquire about his companions, meaning if they were missing, he would search for them, ask about them. وَيَسْأَلُ النَّاسِ عَمَّا فِي النَّاسِ, he would ask people about what was happening among the people. وَيُحَسِّنُ الْحَسَنَ, and he would beautify the beautiful, meaning he would encourage the good stuff in order to boost morals. وَيُصَوِّبُهُ, and he would affirm it. وَيُقَبِّحُ الْقَبِيحَ وَيُوَهِّنُهُ, whilst he denounced the base and debased it, meaning he would eradicate the qabih and base with wisdom. مُعْتَدِلَ الْأَمْرِ, his entire life was in balance. غَيْرَ مُخْتَلِفٍ, without any discrepancy, meaning he was well organized and disciplined, not doing something at one time and another thing at another time, which would result in wastage of life. لا يغفل مخافة أن يغفلوا, he was not neglectful, meaning in correcting people, due to fear that people themselves would become absent-minded or they would become fatigued. Meaning if he left them to their state, they would neglect their deen and avoid fulfilling the huquq, the rights of Allah and the rights of the slaves of Allah. I would add over here that we should be mindful of this with regards to our children. Never be ghafil, never neglect them, never be tired of correcting them, If they make some mistake, we should correct them instantly. لِكُلِّ حَالٍ عِنْدَهُ عِتَادٌ. He had special preparations for every situation. This means he was well prepared before something happened. لا يقصر عن الحق ولا يجاوزه. He would not fall short in speaking the truth, nor would he exceed the limits of moderacy, being moderate with regards to haqq. This is one translation. Second translation could be, he did not give any concession in the case of a right and haqq, but he did not exceed the limit either. الَّذِينَ يَلُونَهُ مِنَ النَّاسِ خِيَارُهُمْ. Those who were close to him were the best among the people. أَفْضَلُهُمْ عِنْدَهُ أَعَمُّهُمْ نَصِيحَةً. The best of them in his sight were those who were the greatest well-wishers of people. وَأَعْظَمُهُمْ عِنْدَهُ مَنْزِلَةً أَحْسَنُهُمْ مُوَاسَاةً وَمُوَازَرَةً. The people who had the greatest rank with him were those who were the best in bringing comfort to the Muslims and helping them. This was his life outside the house. Let's go over it once more. Tell me about his life out of the house. And he said, كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يخزن لسانه إلا مما يعنيهم. خزانة يخزن is from khazana, to store, to reserve. So reserving here means controlling the tongue. إلا مما يعنيهم, except from things which were concerning people, which were not la yani, which were not fuzul. He would not like layani talk, fuzul talk. He wouldn't speak much. He was a very quiet, silent person. وَيُؤَلِّفُهُمْ وَلَا يُفَرِّقُهُمْ. He would pull people together. Ta'lif means join, combine. He would pull people together. If there was some disagreement, fight, he would immediately rush and pull everyone together and get rid of the differences. To the extent that once he was late for Salah. Sahaba waited. They didn't know where he had gone. So they put forward Abdul Rahman ibn Auf to lead the Salah. He led Salah. He had read half the Salah, and Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam returned. And Abdul Rahman intended to retreat, but Huzur said, stay where you are, because it was the middle of the namaz. So he stayed there, finished his namaz. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam completed the rakat which he had missed. And after Salat, he said, you did good. You did the right thing. You should pray namaz on time. And he had been to the Qabila of Banu Amr ibn Auf because there was some disagreement among them. And he went to do sulah among them, to make peace. So he was so busy in bringing hearts together that he delayed his salat. Namaz baad mein padenge. Pehle ta'lif qalb zaruri hai. So he used to do ta'lif of qulub. Allah said this, وَأَلَّفَ بَيْنَ قُلُوبِهِمْ لَوْ أَنفَقْتَ مَا فِي الْأَرْضِ جَمِيعًا مَا أَلَّفْتَ بَيْنَ قُلُوبِهِمْ وَلَكِنَّ اللَّهَ أَلَّفَ بَيْنَهُمْ إِنَّهُ عَزِيزٌ حَكِيمٌ. Allah joined people's hearts together through Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Money would not have joined the hearts. It was something special from Allah which kept everyone together. There were not only one people, various tribes, various people from various backgrounds, various colors. Bilal Habshi, Abu Zar Ghifari, Salman Farsi, Suhaib Rumi. He brought them all together. So he would bring people's hearts, pull people's hearts together, and وَلَا يُفَرِّقُهُمْ. He would not disperse them. He would not create any discord among them. Today, Shaitan causes tafriq bayn al-Muslimin. Fights, arguments, small things. Rasulullah would hate that. He would bring people together. On one occasion, in Masjid Nabawi Sharif, some incident happened at the time of Ifk. And Muhajirin and Ansar had some arguments. And Nabi Pak sallallahu alayhi wasallam rushed. And he said, "What are you doing? This is Shaitan. Jahiliyyat repeating itself. We're not in the time of ignorance. Allah has put us together. Stop fighting." And people realized, "Oh, astaghfirullah. What did we say? What were we doing? This is the plan of the hypocrites, munafiqeen, and the kuffar disbelievers to make us fight." And they did tawbah and embraced everyone. This was, he would hate causing tafriq bayn al-Muslimin. وَيُكْرِمُ كَرِيمَ كُلِّ قَوْمٍ. He honored the noble of every community. The leader, prime minister, MP, councillor, they are our leaders. We have to respect them. If they come here, we have to give them samosa, chai, tea, biscuits. We have to respect. Their community respects them. They are regarded as leaders. We have to show respect. Anyone, even if he was the staunchest enemy, he came to Medina Sharif, Rasulullah respected him. And وَيُوَلِّيهِ عَلَيْهِ. If he embraced Islam, he would appoint him as their leader. Now you've embraced Islam, I'm not going to appoint anyone else, you will be their leader. In many cases, this happened. And sometimes he would change the leader as well. For example, in one case he asked the people, "Who is your leader?" And they said, "Our leader is so and so. But the only problem with him is that he is very stingy, very miser." So Nabi Pak sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Stinginess is a disease. There's no point in him. Your leader is Amr ibn al-Jamu'a. Make him, appoint him as your leader." So sometimes he would change as well. But normally, if the leader was good, he would leave him to lead his community. And وَيُحَذِّرُ النَّاسِ. He would teach people to be cautious, careful. Chaukan na raho, muhtat raho. Be careful. Don't be buddu. Right? Don't trust anyone and everyone, especially with money. Be careful. And protect yourself. وَيَحْتَرِسُ مِنْهُمْ. He himself would be cautious with them as well. He would be cautious, treat everyone nicely, but be careful and cautious as well. So he was very nice, gentle, soft, but he was very careful as well. مِنْ غَيْرِ أَنْ يَطْوِيَ عَلَىٰ أَحَدٍ مِّنْهُمْ بِشْرَهُ. Without withdrawing his jolliness or good character from anyone. He would smile, be nice, pleasant, nice person, but he would still be careful. Careful. Nabi Pak sallallahu alaihi wasallam was seated in the house. Someone knocked on the door. He said, "Who is it?" Uyayna ibn Hisn. He said, "Oh, really bad person." And he said, "Let him in." When he came in, he was very kind to him, nice. "How are you?" Nice. Bashashat, happiness, jolliness. Made him sit down, helped him, fulfilled his need. When he left, Hazrat Aisha said, "Ya Rasulullah, today I saw something from you which I don't normally see." "What?" And he said, "Well, you said regarding him, Bisahul Ashira, he's an evil man, but you were so warm, you welcomed him very warmly. You were very warm in welcoming him, and you showed him attention." And he said, "Aisha, since when have you seen me foul-mouthed? متى عيتني فحاشا إن من شر الناس عند الله يوم القيامة من ودعه الناس اتقاء فحشه." Among the most evil people on the day of Qiyamah in the sight of Allah will be a person from whom people have to be careful because they are scared of his foul mouth. Meaning, Uyayna ibn is a bad person. But he had to say this to warn Aisha and others that if I treat him warmly, don't think that he's a good person. Be careful. And at the same time, he needed to protect himself from the foul mouth of Uyayna ibn Is. He was a leader of his community, but he was a fajir. He used to do bad stuff. Later on, in the time of Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu anhu, he renegated. He went back to Kufr. And then he was caught later on and he came back to Islam, but he was still dubious all the time. So Nabi Pak sallallahu alayhi wasallam had forewarned. This is him being careful from people. Without withdrawing his jolliness, happiness with everyone, he would, show his good character, but he would be careful. يَطْوِي عَلَىٰ أَحَدٍ مِّنْهُمْ بِشْرَهُ Tawa yatwi tayyan means to roll up, and bishr means jolliness, bashasha. Khuluq means good behavior. وَيَتَفَقَّدُ أَصْحَابَهُ He would inquire about his Sahaba. Where is so and so? Why did not see him in Fajr today? Someone is so and so is missing. Is there anything wrong with Sa'd ibn Mu'az? Haven't seen him for days. And Ya Rasulullah, no, there's nothing wrong. Maybe ill. Let's go and visit him. Jabir, where is Jabir? He's not here, Rasulullah. Something must be wrong. Let's go to his house and visit him. He walked into Banu Amr ibn Salama, nearly 3-4 miles. And Jabir only had a headache. That's why he couldn't come. So he went to visit him because of the headache. So he would inquire about his ashab. And وَيَسْأَلُ النَّاسِ أَمَّا فِي النَّاسِ He would ask people about what was going on among people. How people are, everything okay. One hadith says, مَنْ لَمْ يَهْتَمَّ بِأُمُورِ الْمُسْلِمِينَ فَلَيْسَ مِنَّا Whoever is not concerned about the affairs of Muslims, then he is not from among us. If you are a Muslim, you should be concerned about the affairs of everyone. You should have that concern, that fikr, that worry. So he would ask about people. What's going on? What's the news? Latest news. Today we have news, breaking news, this news. That's all fabrication, false. News नहीं देखने का, बेकार उसमें होता है, खामखा दिमाग खराब कर देता है. लेकिन अपने दोस्तों से हाल अहवाल पूछने का, what's going on? Sometimes we don't know what's going on behind the backs. We are over here at the front. Something is going on at the back. We have to ask, बराबर से ने, खावा पियो ना बराबर से, और ऐसे प्रोग्राम, निजाम से किलो से, parking is okay, this is okay, that is okay. You have to worry about everything. And what is going on in the people, how people are behaving. So he would inquire about people and what is going on among them. وَيُحَسِّنُ الْحَسَنِ If he was informed about something good, then he would affirm it. And he would say, good, mashallah, mashallah, very good. He would encourage people. And they would boost the morale of that person who had done that good. Shukriya, Jazakallah, thank you very much. You did very nice. And وَيُقَبِّحُ الْقَبِيحِ وَيُوَهِّهِ or يُوَهِّنُهُ And he would debase and denounce what was base and debased it, weakened it. Tawheen wahana means to weaken it. So if something was wrong, he would say, no, this shouldn't happen. This time it happened, there is no next time for it. Don't let it happen again. This is wrong, it should be avoided. مُعْتَدِلَ الْأَمْرِ غَيْرَ مُخْتَلِفٍ His entire life was in balance without any discrepancy, ikhtilaf in it. Hazrat Maulana Ashraf Ali Thanvi Rahmatullah writes that this means he was well organized and very disciplined person. He wasn't like he would do something at one time and another thing at another time and another thing at a third time, which would result in wastage of his time and his life. He would do everything in order, management. He would plan everything. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. He would plan, like in the next sentence is coming. لا يغفل مخافة أن يغفلوا ويملوا. He was not neglectful due to the fear that people would be neglectful. He was never ghafil. Number one, he was always in zikr. So people would do zikr as well. And number two, if someone made some mistake, he would not be neglectful. He would correct it instantly, so that the person wouldn't make that same mistake again. And he would correct them instantly, because he was fearful that they would neglect or they would become fatigued. Thak jaye, ukta jaye. Because sometimes you do too much and then you get fed up and you leave everything altogether. So he would be careful. He would create a balance. That darmiyana, mayana ravi se kaam karo. Thak jaye, uktao nahi. Nabi Pak sallallahu alaihi wasallam came to his house. There was a lady sitting there. When she left, Hazrat Aisha radiallahu anha said, Ya Rasulullah, do you know who she was? She was so and so. She doesn't sleep all night. She prays tahajjud and she's awake all night in ibadat. And Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, no, that should not be the case. You should be moderate. You should be moderate. You should sleep as well and you should pray tahajjud as well, because Inna Allah ta'ala la yamallu hatta tamallu. Allah does not get fed up until you get fed up. Meaning He doesn't tire from giving sawab until you are tired out from doing ibadat. So Prophet ﷺ would always worry and be concerned about the affairs of people. لِكُلِّ حَالٍ عِنْدَهُ عِتَادٍ. He had special preparations for every situation. Before any situation arises, he was ready for it. He knew. He was a very foresighted person. He could see far away. Before that thing happens, he's ready for it. ऐसा होने वाला है, अभी से पहले से तैयारी. Many examples, especially in battles. He would prepare beautifully. Many Orientalists have said that when we study the strategy of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam with regards to battlefield, we see that he was a master planner. He planned everything perfectly. No one could plan like him. No Caesar of the Romans or the Kisra of the Persians could plan like his plans. They analyzed his strategy in Badr, in Uhud, in Khandaq, how he made 5 parts of the army. At the front, he kept the young, brave warriors. In the middle, the flag bearers, the leaders of the army. On the right, on the left. And at the back, the weak ones who would support if needed. So and then he said in the Battle of Badr that hold on to your arrows and spears. Don't throw them until they are a bit closer. Otherwise, they will fall on the ground and they will go to waste. And don't draw your swords until they are very close and you are ready to engage in the battle. So he was a master planner in every field. Even in Makkah Mukarramah, when they were torturing, persecuting, he was ready. He knew what was going to happen. So he had answers ready for objections. And he was ready for something that was going to happen to him. In the Sulh Hudaybiyah time, they just went for Umrah with Ihram. But look at his preparations. He said he took weapons as well, just in case there was a war broke out. And when he reached near Makkah Mukarramah, Hudaybiyah, he appointed 200 people to stay with the weapons in one area. And then he approached Hudaybiyah. That if there was battle, we need weapons, then we can use them if need be. So he's prepared. He's thinking well ahead. This is لِكُلِّ أَمْرٍ عِنْدَهُ عِتَادٍ. For every matter, he had some preparations. لا يقصر عن الحق ولا يجاوزه إلى غيره. قصر يقصر, to fall short. He would not fall short in speaking the truth. He would not fall short. Whenever he had to speak haqq, he would speak. He wouldn't stop. No, that's wrong. This is right. This is how it should be. So he would tell haqq. He was brave. He was not Nauzubillah, he was not coward. He would tell the haqq when it was needed to be told. La yujawizuhu. He would not exceed that haqq. He would only speak as much as needed. Sometimes we say haqq thing, but then we go on and on and on and on about it until the other person is fed up. Bas kar yaar, kitna bolega? Nah, he wouldn't do that. He would tell the haqq just to the limits. He would not exceed the limits. Second translation, Mufti Javed Iqbal Sahib made, he did not give any concession in the case of a right, but did not exceed the limit either. Meaning, if there was someone's haqq over someone, then he would not give any concessions. He would take that haqq from the other person and give it to the rightful owner. But he would not exceed the limit in there either, only give as much as was due. And finally, الَّذِينَ يَلُونَهُ مِنَ النَّاسِ خِيَارُهُم. Those who would stay close to him were the best among people. Abu Bakr, Umar, they were really close to him. When he would come out for namaz, he would come out from his house, Hazrat Aisha's hujra, on the left of the Qibla, and Abu Bakr Siddiq's house would be on the right. He would be waiting for him to come out. And when he sees Prophet ﷺ coming out, he also starts walking, and they both meet in the middle. And then Prophet ﷺ goes to the Musalla, Abu Bakr stands behind him in the first saf. He would say, لِيَلِينِي مِنْكُمْ أُولُو الْأَحْلَامِ وَالنُّهَى. In the first saf, men of intelligence, understanding, wisdom should stand close to me. So he would keep the close ones together close to him, and they would be the best among people. Khiyaruhum, Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, Ali. Once he was walking and he was holding on to the hand of Abu Bakr and Umar from both sides. And he said, Hakaza nub'ath. On the day of Qiyamah, this is how we will come out of our graves. Who knew at that time that Abu Bakr and Umar will be buried side by side with him? And later on, many years later, that they were buried close to him. So the best were those who stayed close to him. And أفضلهم عنده أعمهم نصيحة. The best in his eyes, the most excellent in his eyes, was the one who was the most أعم زيادة عام زيادة घेरने वाला, who was more general, who was more comprehensive in wishing well for people, who was always doing nasihat, khair khai, wishing well for everyone, and hoping that everyone gets the best of everything. The one who was wishing well for everyone was the best in his eyes. وَأَعْظَمُهُمْ عِنْدَهُ مَنْزِلَةً أَحْسَنُهُمْ مُوَاسَاةً وَمُوَازَرَةً. And the one who had the highest rank in his eyes was the one who would bring most comfort and help and support to people. So if you supported people, he liked you, he loved you. This was his life outside the house. Tomorrow, سألته عن مجلسه, I asked him about his session, about his majlis. How was the majlis of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Inshallah, we'll pray that tomorrow if Allah will. Jazakumullah wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Sallallahu wasallam ala sayyidina Muhammad wa alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in bi rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وصحبه وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا إله إلا الله سيدنا نبينا وشفينا وحبيبنا سندنا ومولانا محمد رسول الله صلى الله تعالى عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه وبارك وسلم تسليما كثيرا كثيرا لا إله إلا الله 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 محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا إله إلا الله 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 محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا إله إلا الله 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 محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا إله إلا الله 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 محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا إله إلا الله 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 محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا إله إلا الله 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 محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا إله إلا الله 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 محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا إله إلا الله 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 محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا إله إلا الله 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 محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا إله إلا الله 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 محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا إله إلا الله 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 محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا إله إلا الله 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 محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه وبارك وسلم تسليما كثيرا كثيرا إلا الله 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 illallah, 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 illallah. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa ashabihi wa baraka wa sallam tasliman kaseeran. Allahumma 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 لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه وبارك وسلم تسليما كثيرا كثيرا. الله 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 الله. لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله صلى الله تعالى عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه وبارك وسلم تسليما كثيرا كثيرا. يا رب صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. هو الحبيب الذي ترجى شفاعته لكل هول من الأهوال مقتحم. الله حاضري الله ناظري الله معي الله حاضري الله ناظري الله معي الله حاضري الله ناظري الله معي. أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله الذي لا إله إلا هو. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. اللهم لك الحمد ولك الشكر. اللهم لا نحصي ثناء عليك أنت كما ثنيت على نفسك. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم تسليما. परवरदिगार आलम आपकी मेहरबानी आपकी तौफीक से टूटा फूटा जिक्र हुआ इसको कबूल फरमाइए. जिक्र की बरकतें नसीब फरमाइए. जिक्र की अनवार नसीब फरमाइए. जिक्र की रोशनी अता फरमाइए. जिक्र के ज़रिए हमारे क़ुलूब को मुजल्ला मुसफ़ा मुज़क्का मुनव्वर फरमा दीजिए. आपका क़ुर्ब अता फरमाइए. आपकी मोहब्बत और आपकी मारिफत अता फरमाइए. आपका ध्यान और आपका इस्तेज़ार नसीब फरमाइए. तक़वा और परहेज़गारी अता फरमाइए. टूटी फूटी दुआएं कबूल फरमाइए. अब में और पूरी उम्मत में जितने मुसलमान भाई बहन परेशान हैं उनकी परेशानियां ख़त्म फरमाइए. बीमार हैं उनको शिफा अता फरमाइए. मरहूमीन की मग़फ़िरत फरमाइए. मक़रूज़ीन को कर्ज़ से छुटकारा नसीब फरमाइए. जिनके यहाँ औलाद नहीं उनको नेक सालिह औलाद अता फरमाइए. जिनकी शादियाँ नहीं हो रही उनके अच्छे रिश्ते नसीब फरमाइए. या अल्लाह जिनके घरों में झगड़े हैं आपस में मोहब्बतें अता फरमाइए. नफ्सानियत और शैतानत से हिफाजत फरमाइए. एक दूसरे के हुकूक पहचानने और अदा करने की तौफीक अता फरमाइए. या अल्लाह जो मुकद्दमात में बिला वजह फंस गए हैं उनको छुटकारा नसीब फरमाइए. जो जेल में बिला वजह वहाँ से महबूस हैं उन्हें वहाँ से राही नसीब फरमाइए. इनकी इमिग्रेशन का प्रॉब्लम है उसको हल फरमा दीजिए. सबकी सारी ज़रूरतें पूरी फरमाइए. अल्लाह हमारी इनफिरादी की इज्तिमाई, कौमी और मिली ज़रूरतें पूरी फरमाइए। हरमैन शरीफैन की हिफाजत फरमाइए, मस्जिद अक़सा की हिफाजत फरमाइए, तमाम मसाजिद, मदारिस, मराकिज़, तबलीगिया, खानक़ाहों, उलमा, सुलहा, मशाइख और अहलुल्लाह की हिफाजत फरमाइए। हमारी टूटी फूटी दुआएं सुन लीजिए। रब्बना तक़ब्बल मिन्ना इन्नका अंतस समीउल अलीम व तुब अलैना इन्नका अंतत तव्वाबुर रहीम व सल्लल्लाहु व सल्लिम अला सय्यिदिना मुहम्मद व आलिहि व सहबिहि अजमईन बिरहमतिका या अरहम। इशराक का टाइम हो गया, पढ़ सकते हैं। 15 मिनट हुए शुरू को, पढ़ लो इंशाअल्लाह हो जाएगा। अल्लाह पाक को कबूल हज का सवाब